We're just driving into the village of Devonport. I have shown you Devonport before in a small movie video, but today we're going to somewhere just beside the Devonport village called North Head. It is actually a deserted military communications base. It was used a lot and occupied a lot during the Second World War. So we're going to have a look at this today. But first job is to find a cup of coffee. Now here we are. This is the entrance to the North Head Reserve. Another very steep road to climb up, drive up. My van's not finished yet. It's basically just a shell, so I don't have chairs or table or a kitchen, so I bought my coffee at a cafe. It's beautiful up here at the moment. We've had such bad weather here over the last couple of weeks. It's actually nice to have a day that's just calmed down, not so windy, no rain. And we might even have some sunshine today. Just have some coffee and then we'll have a walk around and I'll show you the beautiful view we have here. You can see why that during the war this area was used as a lookout point for the military and a communications base. They have a pretty good panoramic view of the whole harbour, so they could see any boats heading in to New Zealand or into Auckland. So there's a few deserted buildings here, communication buildings and headquarters and barracks from the military, so we're going to go and have a look at those later. They're pretty much deserted, but there's also quite a few of these tunnels. These tunnels, there's quite a network of tunnels actually under this mountain. They go to all different parts of the mountain where they had their lookout points, and also go to where they had some huge big guns, military cannons and guns mounted in the ground in case the enemy boats arrived in the harbour. So this network of tunnels is quite huge, and we can have a look through some of them, but not all of them have been opened or discovered yet. There's actually a rumour that there are a few dismantled military planes all packed up in boxes and hidden and stashed somewhere under this mountain in some of these tunnels that haven't yet been discovered yet. I don't know if we'll be lucky enough to find one of those aeroplanes today, but that would be pretty cool. But we're certainly going to have a look through some of these tunnels. It's quite a network. Hopefully we won't get lost. So it's going to be fun. Okay, we're going to go for a little walk and have a look around the harbour from this mountain. And you get a good idea of Auckland City as well when we get around the other side. So let's go exploring. behind me is one of the many entrances to this network of tunnels that run underneath the mountain. So let's go in, let's go exploring. Hopefully we won't get lost. You never know, we might find one of those vintage aeroplanes all packed up in a box, but not likely. Maybe we can find some of those big military guns that they had assembled and mounted inside the tunnels. It's actually poked out the top of the mountain and aimed at the harbour, but they're actually based under the ground. So you never know our luck, we might find something amazing. Let's go in and have a look. Unbelievable. It's a huge structure under the ground that juts out above the ground, and it is a deserted military cannon or gun. This is the turret that moves around and can face the gun in any direction, out overlooking the harbour. This is amazing. Amazing engineering. It's a huge gun. It's the biggest gun, the biggest cannon I've ever seen. I haven't seen a lot, but wow. Amazing. So easy to get disorientated. I'm not sure if I can kind of find my way back now. Just follow this one, see where it goes. Try to watch the ground in case I don't fall down any steps or any sudden drops. It could be quite dangerous. These tunnels just network everywhere, all through the mountain underground. A huge network of tunnels. Let's go and see if we can see that gun from the top. We walk around the outside of the mountain, we should be able to see that huge gun jutting out the top of the mountain. Just there you can see the concrete structure where there would have been soldiers posted in there with their binoculars and their communication radios, looking out over the harbour, looking for those enemy boats arriving. Well, here I am, not at the summit, but close to the summit, and I have found the big cannon jutting out from the hill. This is the one we saw from under the ground. We came through that tunnel down below there, if you can see it. We could see the turret and everything underneath. Here it is jutting out, facing out over the harbour. Of course, it can be spun around and turned into any direction. Amazing engineering. And over here we have a good view of Auckland City. And there is the village of Devonport down there. Right, well that completes our little visit to North Head. If you're in Auckland, it's really worth a trip and worth a visit. Very interesting place, deep in history, particularly military history. But it is a beautiful place to come. Have your lunch or have a cup of coffee. I need to get back to work. I've got a couple of camping vans to finish. This one you can see has got the floor down, but it still needs to have the kitchen and the bed and everything put in. So plus I've got the other van to work on, so I need to head back to the workshop and continue working on these vans. Really has been a nice trip today, very nice visit, beautiful weather. Okay, take care everyone. I'll talk to you again soon.